Yeah, out for another walk in the park. It seems sun's going down, so I'm getting the direct sunlight in the face here. I was going to try to find a spot to sit again. I kind of enjoyed that last time instead of just the walk and talk. I like the idea of the walk and talk. Trying to do some B-roll, got some deer. I guess I can have a seat, although it looks a little wet and yucky. Yeah, just sitting on the little bench here, just collecting my thoughts. If I do these on a regular basis, I'm not sure that I'm going to have things to discuss every week. So this may be an every other week thing once I kind of get going with it. Still doing the podcast with my sister. We've been trying to do those on Sundays. I've checked with her to see what time tomorrow to see if she's available. Having fun with those. Had a good conversation with my mom, which I'm sure I'll mention to my sister. She wasn't aware that we had started doing a podcast. So I shared that news with her and told her to go check it out. So your kid's doing a discussion on video, talking about all the stuff going on in their lives, all their plans for the future. So yeah, she might enjoy watching that, getting to see her kids online. So not sure if she's had a chance to look at it yet. Haven't heard anything from her, but yeah, it should be interesting. It was a good conversation. I got some good news on Thursday. So it sounds like things are going to happen with the job that I was hoping for. Not official yet, but as I was telling everybody, I saw my name on a spreadsheet, and in my world, that makes it real. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. This is going to be a remote work kind of position. So I'll be working from home. I can get to give up that 3 hours plus a day of commuting. That'll be fantastic. That'll be so much more time. That'll be, it's like 12 more hours since I'm working 4 10s. So yeah, I get all that time back in my week. So yeah, an extra half day every week. That's amazing. I mean, not that the commute was completely dead time. I was listening to a lot of videos, learning things as I could, keeping up with current events and all those types of things. So um, I'll be working from home if all this works out the way I'm hoping it will. Which, since I can work from anywhere, it's a completely remote job. I'm not locked into staying in Maryland while I'm on this position. Um, I'd still like a little bit more details, just to, get a good feeling of, is this a job that's going to be around until my planned retirement age at 55? Is this something that's going to last that long? And if so, then we're thinking about moving to South Carolina earlier, maybe within the year. So, wife's already looking at property. She's excited about the idea. We were going to stick around because of her pension with the school system, but she's already, vested in that as much as she needs to be for the pay. I think it's some extra medical coverage, that type of thing, if she sticks around longer. But she's looking to make that transition early. So, with all my plans with the YouTube channel and the LLC in Maryland and just all the spring planning now that it's time to start gardening. All of that is, up for questioning about whether the timing is right for everything. I think until things are more solid, I'm going to continue doing all my plans as I was expecting to do. Doing my monthly resolutions, working on the garden, uh, doing all my other skills development. But on top of that, it's going to be getting the house ready to sell earlier. Getting all the little projects done to fix the house up, get it ready for sale. So yeah, that happened. Was hoping it would, but it kind of changes things up. I wasn't expecting my wife's first reaction to be, "Well, let's move to South Carolina now." So yeah, she's at home. I offered for her to come and join me on this walk, but she's at home on her phone, just kind of looking at property in South Carolina right now. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. That's my biggest news. And along with that, it's all the thinking of, how do I share the news of me leaving the current position? Because right now, there's only a handful of people that know about me looking for something. So it's going to be interesting conversations next week, I think, if everything is in place enough that I can start spreading that news and start getting all the continuity for all the stuff that I'm doing, so nothing gets dropped when I transition to another position. The timing is probably more along April 1st, so I do have a good 3 weeks to have my transition period, get everything done. There's an event coming up at the end of the month that I'd still like to be able to support, which it ends on April 1st. So, another one of those things of all the timing working out perfectly. So I think that's probably going to be how it plays out. I know a lot more could pop up between now and then, but it seems like that's what's going to happen is, around April 1st, I'll transition to completely working from home. That means no more office garden, but I'll be a lot closer to my home garden. If I was thinking of doing, the rabbits and quail and worms, I could do those and I'll be home to, look out for things a little bit better. I won't be getting home so late on Monday through Thursday. So it gives me a little bit more flexibility. There's going to be a lot of ramping up for, any new job, but this one especially, I think there's a big time crunch to get everything done. So it's going to be potentially a lot of extra hours as well. So at least initially. And then training for new skills that I need to develop for work. I think they've got it so it's more aligned with my background for the role that I'll be, filling on the team. But I think it's going to be all hands on board for supporting each other for everything. So I need to get up to speed on all the skills for the entire team as much as I can, so that we can all back each other up. So I'm excited about that, because any chance to learn new skills, me, that's the greatest thing. Just a chance to learn something new every day. It's just that's why you get up in the morning, so you can learn something, try something new every day. Just making every day count. And I've got a nice, sunset over here over to my side, so nice profile and everything. Yeah, look good on camera. I don't know. I don't look good on camera, but I've gotten used to how I look on camera, so at least I'm comfortable looking at myself. Of course, I'm still looking at myself in the eye and not looking at the camera over here, so I'm looking off center slightly. It's hard to do when you're looking at yourself and making sure your eyes line up. But it doesn't look too bad. Using the selfie stick is far enough away that it kind of gives it a little bit of, looking at the camera, even if I'm not looking exactly at it. Plus, I'm here in the woods, so, got the excuse to look around every now and then, look for more deer. Got some good video. I can do some B-roll of the deer that I saw earlier. Yeah, 3 deer just, enjoying life out there, just finding food in the leaves and whatever's breaking through the leaves. So, oh, there goes 3 more deer right now. Let me switch it around real quick. Coming out of their hiding spots, out grabbing food before the sun goes down. Nice little encounter with the deer. Keep seeing groups of 3 here. I know it's all different groups because they're coming from different directions, but yeah, this little groups of deer just wandering through the park here. All right. Okay, well, I think I'm going to continue my walk a little bit and film on another spot. Yeah, I think I'll do a little walk and talk as I'm going down this path, still facing the sun. There's a couple little switchbacks here in the trail. Yeah, the other thing I was talking about with, I'm going to be transitioning out of that job. I've been putting off telling anybody at work. Well, there's one person that knows my channel, another person that, I double checked just to make sure everything was approved. But other than that, nobody knows about my YouTube channel. Not that I'm ashamed of it, just getting started, developing skills, and been waiting until I'm transitioning away, and then I'll let them know. So it seems like that's coming up in the next few weeks now. So trying to figure out how to share that information with others. The exit from my current position is going to allow me to share about my YouTube channel with a lot of other folks. So hopefully that means new subscribers, new viewers, a little bump in my viewership. I'm going to start letting family know as well. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that. I think I'll start with talking to my sister about it during the podcast tomorrow, get her opinion. Yeah, coming up on the little bridge I filmed before, so I think I might set up and load a little spot right here. So it's time to start letting people know about my channel. I've got 43 videos, which is a lot considering I'm less than 2 months from my first video. So that's almost every other day or so, I guess. A lot of videos. Um, well, I don't think the math's right on that. Okay, well, first off, with leaving the new job, it'll be trying to stay in touch with people that I worked with. I worked with a lot of great people in my current position. So I guess they may be seeing this someday. So thank you for everything that you've done to help me to learn skills, to grow, to perform at my best in that position. I've loved every minute of it. It's been amazing. It's totally been worth the commute to have the experience working on the same program with all of you. So I welcome to the channel. If you decided to watch my videos, that's awesome. Hopefully we can stay in touch this way and you can see all the crazy stuff I do over the next few years. Yeah, I'm sure that I will share with everybody about my plans to move to South Carolina. I've kind of been talking to people about that for the most part. I don't think everybody knows, but I think it's kind of common knowledge. I got the little tractor on my desk and, I've got the garden out there and I share food and stuff like that with a lot of folks. Yeah, some of the people I've talked to about the community garden have, decided to get their own plots and they're going to be out there this spring. And my plot will be open. So if anybody wants my plot, it's yours. Enjoy. See if you can get a picture taken of it and let me know how it looks with your crops in there. Yeah, and so far my phone seems stable, but yeah, it seems like a little bump on this rail and it could fall into the water below. So I'm ready to spring and catch it in a moment's notice here. Oh, there goes a fox. I don't know if that was on video, but yeah, there's a fox just running through the woods there. All right, let's see if there's a good spot here for me to film. All right. Okay, so I found a little spot with some fallen logs over here off the trail. Good spot to set my phone and for me to stand off the trail and talk a little bit. I'm facing the setting sun, so hopefully it's lit up enough to wrap things up here. I'm enjoying these walk and talk videos, learning to edit those. It's learning some new skills, trying to incorporate that into how I do the videos. It's so easy to get distracted when you're out here in the woods. Enjoy my nature walks. All right, so a lot's happened in the last week and looking forward to sharing the news about my channel and all the skills I'm developing and all my plans for the future with friends and family. So I think my business is reaching a new phase. Oh, there was one that I was going to mention that I haven't yet. I have set up my business bank account for my LLC, and when I did that, I had to tell him about my business so that he could fill out the details. And so I was telling him, I've started a YouTube channel as like a first step toward the agricultural things that I'm wanting to do down the road. A chance to kind of record me learning the skills required, establishing that online presence, community, eventually online marketing for the products I'm producing from the farm and from all the different things that I'm planning to do. So he asked me the details of my channel and says, is it the same as your LLC? I'll check it out. So yeah, there's my 20th subscriber, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, if you're watching this, welcome to the journey. Thank you so much. You were the best. Helped me set up everything. So yeah, feeling good about having a business account now for my LLC and being able to, do all the subscriptions for all the different tools I'm using for the channel, all the different products I'm purchasing for doing the skills development, from the rope to the bow ties for the tying to all the stuff for the garden, to all the stuff for the throwing practice, the axes and knives and all the wood for building the target, the tools that I needed, all the stuff that's involved in producing the things that I've been videoing so far this year. So now I have a business account where I can actually take, do all the bookkeeping, make sure I'm ready for taxes, which I've still got to figure out how the taxes and all that work for a small business, the LLC, and for the YouTube channel. So lots to learn all the time. So it looks like the sun has set. I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping things up here. Hopefully I'm able to come up with a way to present this information in a way that makes sense, tie in the animals I've seen. Hopefully the fox was on camera because that was really cool. Yeah, talking about doing rabbits, and we've got foxes everywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure that when I do rabbits in the backyard that they're well protected. And I know the foxes come into our backyard because my dogs sniff the deck every time they go out there. Because sometimes the fox will explore and apparently it leaves a scent trail up on the deck. They sense it. That's the first thing before they even go out the door, unless they're just charging out the door anyway. They always give a little smell to see if the fox has been around. Don't want to mess up any of the mushrooms that are on the tree here. Yeah, there's a group coming by. Yeah, the mushrooms here are really cool, so I'm checking those out while I'm waiting for people to jog by. Yeah, it looks like they're waiting for them up the hill there. So those guys catching up. So let's wrap this up since the sun is setting and I'm losing light here. All right, well, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate all the support so far with the channel. These walk and talks are kind of a chance for me to just kind of share what's happened during the week. Just the things in my mind, the things that might be useful for other people on the same journey at some point. You may be watching this, a year from now, and you've decided that you want to start a YouTube channel. So, you can relate to the experience I'm going through, and you can learn from my mistakes, hopefully. Have a smoother transition into your YouTube career or, whatever other skills that you're pursuing. So, again, thank you for all the support. Please leave a comment below. Give me your ideas, your suggestions for things that I can do on the channel, things that I can improve on. Or just, let me know, hey, you're doing a good job. That would be really nice too. Still got to buy me a coffee, still waiting for somebody to buy me a coffee just so I can say that I've made money with YouTube, because who knows when that'll happen with AdSense. So thank you for watching. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off there, losing sunlight quickly. This has been a fun time out, just talking and walking and enjoying the day. It's just great being out in nature. All right, so if you haven't watched the walk and talk videos so far, there should be 2 out before this one comes out. So if you haven't watched those, there'll be a playlist for the other walk and talk videos. I'm probably going to start a playlist for that. And then other videos on the channel. Check it out. Let me know what you think about the crazy things that I've been doing so far this year. It's going to be an amazing year, just getting started. So if you haven't, subscribe and join me on this journey. Come back for all the videos as I am trying new things, new skills, making mistakes, and learning lessons along the way. All right, well, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.